Hey, everyone. Hey. Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. Well, you know it's Sunday, so you know we go live. And I know that this edition is a lot is later than we usually have it. And I'm just so glad that you all are here. And I am Precious Williams. I'm your proud host. I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion, three-time number one best-selling author of the Bad Bitches and Power Pitches for Women Entrepreneurs and Speakers series. I am a corporate trainer for the biggest tech companies in the world. I am also an international professional speaker, a fun gal about town, and a serial entrepreneur. When I tell you I'm the killer pitch master, it's because I'm here to help you what slay all competition. As a world-class master communicator who specializes in the elevator pitch, the media pitch, the investor pitch, the sales pitch, the speaker pitch, and the interview pitch, it is so exciting to be here with all of you today. And so I want to talk about something that had come up today that had been on my heart. As we all know, we're in the holiday season. And in the holiday season, people talk a lot about gratitude, how grateful they are for things. And, it's the reason for the season. But I also want to talk about authentic gratitude, right? And I'm not saying that people aren't being authentic, but in some ways, as a person who has gone through a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and things like that, I know what it's like to give lip service when you really don't feel it. And so, what does gratitude have to deal with sales? What does it have to deal with gaining new clients and customers? What does it have to do with turning your life around? And when I tell y'all this is going off like 40 going north, let me get smack right. Let me get smack right. Let me make sure that this stops going off, okay? And so this show is about taking the roof off and stop, the BS about how easy things are and how easy business is. Just like life can be hard and you can go through a whole lot of things. And so as I was making my way to church today, there was so much coming into my spirit. And I am a member of Trinity Baptist Church. In fact, that was the church that I attended when I was at the Bowery Mission Women's Center. And Pastor James Leonard and his wife, I met them there, and he was pastor of the church. And when I graduated from the Bowery Mission, I came here 3 years ago. So what does it all have to do with gratitude and in sales? As I was riding the train to the Upper East Side, I was playing Jonathan McReynolds' "I'm Coming Out." And as I was playing this song, and it talks about coming out of fear and depression and being what God wants me to be and wants all of us to be. When I got out of the subway, I looked up and the sun was shining so bright on a cool day. And it was like my life flashed before my eyes, and all I kept thinking was all the things that I thought were impossible. All my life, they're right here in front of me, and hashtag dreams do come true. When I was in the Bowery Mission Women's Center for almost 2 years, there were times where I was anxious. There were times where I wondered, could I make a comeback? There were times I wondered, would people give me a second chance? There were times I wondered about a lot of things. And so coming out, it was rough. I'd been under someone's rule for almost 2 years. How do I make decisions again? How do I really become the CEO? How do I get people to trust in me again? How do I counter all joy no matter what happened? And so, as we were taking Christmas pictures today, and I had on my green velvet dress, and I was taking pictures by the Christmas tree and the nativity scene, it dawned on me when I was growing up, I didn't have Merry Christmases. And so I always disliked the holidays, not because of gifts, but because I didn't have that kind of love. And so imagine my surprise that even though I'm tired as an entrepreneur, I'm not burnt out. I'm just tired. And thank God it's December. But there's so much to be grateful for. And usually this time of year is where invoices don't get paid. Can we keep it a buck, y'all? These are the times when people start making all kinds of excuses in the world. These are the times when you start getting nervous about, what am I walking into next year? Can we all keep it a buck? And if any of this is resonating with y'all, put it in the chat. Like at the end of the year, as a business person, as a speaker, as an entrepreneur, as a corporate trainer, if you have a job, this is like that crunch time, but there's so much that can go wrong. And so that's when to come and talk about gratitude in sales. And so if you all are new, this is the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. I'm your host, Precious Williams, Killer Pitchmaster, 13-time national champion. And so I want to have a real discussion because it does go with the theme of the show. We take the lid off and give no fluff, no BS in up leveling our communication skills, our pitching skills, our branding skills, and really standing out in a crowded marketplace. And as anyone who's ever been in business, especially if you're a small business entrepreneur, you know that there are times that your business is flush, and there are times when it's like, oh, phone ain't ringing, no emails are coming through, no invoice, nothing's happening. How do we practice gratitude even then? So there are a lot of people who can't buy gifts for their children right now, and they're looking at the gifts and everything else. And I want you to know that as someone who grew up without those things, I'm so much more appreciative to my grandparents for giving me the one thing that a lot of people didn't get. They gave me love from 15 to 18 and a half. I didn't own a pair of Nikes. I didn't have the drip when I was in high school. And the things that I thought mattered so much about hanging with this person, hanging out, I didn't get a chance to do that, but I didn't realize until I got older that prevented me from getting into a lot of situations I wouldn't have had no business being in. So even though I might have been upset and whatever, I couldn't talk back to my grandparents, but I'm grateful. And so today I want to hear from you all. If you're new or if you come here today, tell me why you came here today. Give me your name, the name of your company, if you have a company, or what you're getting ready to launch. And do you know what gratitude has to do with sales? What does gratitude have to do with customers and clients? What does gratitude have to do with attracting prospects and turning them into clients and customers? What does it have to do? And I really would like to hear what you all have to say. And so I'm going to go to my beautiful audience, my beautiful guests who come every week and new ones who come every week too. And again, this is the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. And today we're gonna go deep into what does gratitude have to do with sales? If it's the dynamic duo, how do we authentically practice gratitude even when tough times are right in front of us, or we've been in the valley so long we can't even see the hills? Can we keep it above? So I'm about to go over and talk to y'all. So if you got comments, I'm about to go in. And for those of you who are new, I love talking about all things communication skills and pitching. If you are looking to up level your pitching skills, please take my free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Pitchingforprofit.com is a free 6-question quiz. And when you take the quiz, the 6 questions, you're going to get a customized report. The algorithm will get it to you. It's going to tell you what's your next pitch power play. As y'all know, sales and business, that's a game for life. I want to improve your sales pitching, your elevator pitching, your media pitching, your investor pitching. If you want to get the job of your dreams, let's talk about it. So let me talk to my esteemed guests. I'm so happy to have you all here. Let's see what y'all talking about. Let's get it. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me get up here. Let me see what my peeps are saying. BB Gaines. Thanks for going live. I always love to see that when you say that. BB. LinkedIn. Hi, Precious Christine. Checking in from Brooklyn. Christine, you know I'm impressed. Girl, we need to meet up. Okay. Tina. Good evening, Legend. Girl, you don't know how much. Every time I see Legend, I'm like, love it. Kareem, I'll see you in a minute. Hello, sis. Morning, and God bless you. Good morning. I think you're in an Asian country, but I don't know exactly where. But I do know that. Okay, Tracy Roshan. So glad to have you. Yes, it is. Hashtag bottom lines matters. Keep it a buck. LinkedIn users. Is it you, Christine, again? That has definitely resonated with me. The end of the year is an uncertain time, and you don't know what will happen with employers or business. You better say that, Christine. Come on now. Dr. Akina, my queen. Hey, Dr. Akina. Love you. Kareem. Yes, I'm here at my office in Asia. And here, owners get bonuses and holiday pay. Haha. We don't get anything. But grateful to be able to give. You better believe that, bruh. Thank you, Kareem. Facebook user. Hey, Precious. And you left from O'Fallon Park. St. Louis. It's a tough city. I think you know even better now that I live here. You better believe it. Is that my queen? Is that right? Is that Is that my queen? Is that my spell, my sister? I want to put your name on blast until I know it's you, okay? But I know about the STL, shorty. Kareem, it's me, sis Kareem with www.kareemantonio.com, and I 5 gratitude every day. Hard to identify and realize opportunity if you can't be grateful. Ooh, ooh. Thank you, Kareem. Tammy. Hey, Precious. Hey, Tammy. Facebook user. I think gratitude can be felt when talking to prospects. They really feel if you're just saying something to get a sale or if you truly value them. Yes, but I also know that we've all been scammed, haven't we? Somebody can it can all look. Think about this. Why do you think grandparents always say all the glitters ain't gold? Some people are really great at being able to do that. And sometimes things happen in people's lives where it truly throws them off of their game, right? And so we know the golden rule is to treat others like we like to be treated. And also in some ways to offer grace because you won't always be on top. I promise you, you won't, and you won't always be on the bottom. Thank you, Kareem. Let me see what you're saying. I'm here in the Philippines Island. Yeah, you know what, Kareem? I spoke at the consulate for the Philippines in 2019. Here it's on Fifth Avenue in the 40s. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. Wonderful. Angela, hey, Precious, keeping up the magic on Sunday evening. Hey, Queen, how are you? Lisa. Hello, Lisa from Arizona. Yes, my business is, I don't know, is that slow? I see a little snail. I think that's what it is. Facebook too. Yes, that's my girl, Rachel Fortune. Yes, yes, girl. You know, I want to put you on blast yet. Rachel, working on my vision board 2020. Faith, hashtag believe. Y'all better believe it, y'all. Okay. So you all know, oh, wait, twins draw. Let me see. Hi, that definitely needs some help. And also, I love your energy and passion. Hashtag MTMO. Love it. So what we're going to do, you all, is, as I said, if you're new here, please don't hesitate to take the free quiz at pitchingforprofit.com. Tina, you know what to do. You're going to let the people know about the links where they can improve upon their pitches. So what I want to talk about today is the dynamic duo, gratitude and in sales. So as I, was going to church this morning, I thought about the times I was unable to pay rent, living in a pastor's house. I can't tell y'all the times I used to walk up to the front door and be afraid to come in because when you haven't paid rent, right? I thought about the times I couldn't pay my phone bill. I thought about the times that my church came through, pastor came through. I think about the times I've had surgeries and there were people in the church, the congregation that showed up at my house and dropped off groceries because I was just being vulnerable. And one of the lessons that I learned from that, and this is why I'm talking about gratitude, right? So we live in a world where everything has to look perfect. And I made a bold decision in my business to keep it a buck and that my past ain't squeaky clean. And if your past isn't squeaky clean, I hope that our past can meet each other and we can just proceed forward. Number one, you're not your past. Where you are right now is not where you'll always be. And I hope that by showing how dark and how hell is hot, how dark my life was to where it is today, it took time to earn credibility. It took time to build my integrity muscle. It took time. But when God told me to give it to him raw, he told me to be honest about this wasn't easy to claw my way back up. And I had to tell people when I was struggling. I had to tell people, because I know it has to look a certain way, right? It has to look away, or nobody's gonna believe you're successful. You have to front and pretend. And I really don't want that for y'all. I'm not saying you gotta let everybody know, it's the worst it's ever been. But I found with my individual clients that they could identify with someone who hit rock bottom because I was showing them in real time how I was going up the ladder and how I was helping others. And I think the way that I did it is until I had a little bit of success, just a little bit, that allowed me to just be honest and say it wasn't easy. But when is business and entrepreneurship and being a speaker, entrepreneurship, when has that ever been easy? So I really want y'all to know how I started to practice gratitude. And I'm going to share some of them with you. And I'd love to know what you think. How do you practice gratitude when things aren't good? You can practice it all day when things are popping, right? But how do you practice it when things aren't good? Y'all see this ring on my finger? One day, my friend Regina and I, we were walking near a church, her church was at Riverside, over there near Columbia University. And I saw this something gleaming in the ground. Pulled it out, and this is a handmade ring. Handmade. It was dirty, but it was still shining bright. And I looked at it and I put it on my hand. And I swear it was like God saying, keep this on your hand. This is that promise that we're going to do it again. And you're going to do it my way. Did my life change overnight with this? No. But every time I look at this ring, it has not left my fingers in 3+ years. This is a circle. Just like life, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to come full circle and all these sort of things. But this was a promise that he made to me and a promise I made to him. I'm going to do it your way. And I'm not here to tell y'all, oh, you got to be Christian. You gotta be... No, I'm telling you, you have a higher power that created you for a purpose. So when I would have these dark moments, y'all know I would do this. God help me. I know you can. You did it before. You could do it again. And there were times, I promise y'all, my back was against the wall. And I would call my friends, or I would call people and say, y'all are about to cut my phone off. Do you know not one person said they wouldn't help me? Not one said no. Not a one. Not a one. Even if they couldn't pay the whole thing, they gave me some coin and never threw it in my face the way I thought they would. I was grateful then, and I'm grateful now. What seems small wasn't small to me, because if I didn't have a phone, how would people get in contact with me? And look how they blessed me. So I look to be a blessing to others in the darkest moments. I swear, I have some times when I'm so sad, and I'll pick up the phone and call somebody else, not even talk about me, but to talk about them. And I love it when my sisters, hey, it's all good. I'll be like, girl, I want to hear that. I'll be like, talk to me. And I'm not saying that they were lying. I said, I don't want to hear I'm fine. I want to hear what's good and all. I don't want to hear about just business. I want to hear about your personal life. Because I had a friend named Precious. I still have a friend named Precious. And one day she said to me years ago, you're a robot. She said, we can speak beyond business. And it has always stood with me. So when I call people, I want the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I want them to feel heard. And I was grateful for paying it forward for the people who did it for me. Big Sean has a song called Play No Games. And there's one line that I love, and I know it doesn't sound much much to you. He says, wait, no, I'll be, wait, no. He said, oh, something about here for you. In other words, he just lets you know, whoever he's talking to, this woman or in his life, he was like, I'll be waiting at the airport for you. I'll pick up the phone when you call. And that to me is more important than just, hey, what's up? What's good? Oh, you good in business? Yeah, I saw you, whatever. Congratulations. I don't want to hear that. Because I cry like everybody else. I have highs and I have lows. And thank God I finally had a support network where I can just be honest. So one of the ways that gratitude can help you in sales, in your career, in your business, is being open to hearing someone else's story as they're struggling and not adding anything to it. Not adding anything, just listening. They may just want to vent, and they just need that time to vent. And so things become clear as people vent. So my number one thing is be there for others. They might be like, oh, that sounds nice, but how does that help with sales? It may not have occurred to y'all. But when you're there, when someone's having a low time, they'll be your biggest cheerleader as they come up again. They'll be pitching you in spaces you never knew because you heard them and you cared enough to go past a spread in the Wall Street Journal. My client, Tina, we were on the phone last night just chopping it up, talking about health issues. We were just chopping it up. And she says, what do you want for Christmas? Now, this is a woman who makes sure I stay on point. And I'm like, girl, you ain't got to do nothing for Christmas, girl. You keep me laced. Listen, keep them both laced. And she's still trying to show me love. And I'm like, I don't need gifts. You've already given me enough. You gave me this. Everything you send me is beautiful. But I can call you on the phone and be like, 4 o'clock in the morning, girl, what's good? I'm struggling. Let's talk. She's there. And you know what she did? Well, my books came out by 20 and 30 a pop, making sure she handed it out to the homies. Not even when I do anything, she's like, I'm right there. That's how it starts. You have to be there when someone else is low. You low, they low. Listen to them because it may improve upon your life and something you may be facing. That person won't forget. If they're a real good person, if only the real can relate, they gonna set you up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm living proof of people who I used to listen to as I was crying my little eyes out, listening to them and not want nothing in return, but just to let them know I'm here for you. I'm all ears. In other words, here for you. Number two, you know what's good when you can share war stories about business, your career, your relationships. And I mean sharing war stories. Like, once you're listening to people and they're venting and maybe that's all they need. Something beautiful happened today. So, I was tired coming back from church and I was trying to put these PowerPoint presentations together for LinkedIn, for Association of Black Women Attorneys, and my own Booked and Busy um, masterclass. That's this Saturday, December 18th. And I laid down and I called up a couple of homies, and we were chopping it up. And when I tell you there was no mask, so when people talk about, oh, man, I'm still trying to I'm hoping this invoice gets paid. I'm hoping this and that. I'm like, girl, can we go in and just shopping those war stories? Because you won't want people in business to feel like they're alone. There are a lot of people waiting for invoices to be paid, probably from October. Can we keep it up? But too many of us are trying to be quiet, like, oh, we still flexing. I don't care about the flex. You know what was a greater flex? Who's your support network? Who can you share war stories with and not be made to feel like people judge you? Swap them war stories, especially for the novices, because they will always be sold that in 12 days they can make 120,000. Business is easy, and if it's not easy, you're doing something wrong. When the nature of business is, it doesn't happen overnight. And again, I'm a 10-year overnight success. So I've been through situations where invoices haven't been paid for months, if at all. I've been through situations where by the time invoices got paid, it was already doled out other places. Like, I'll get to you when my income tax comes. Some having to write off some things. It's like I don't have time to keep running back and forth. And when you're swapping these war stories, things start to happen. You're like, hey, well, what about this person? Oh, well, what about this? Or what about this idea? Because now we've shared war stories. What can we do better for 2022 so we don't wind up in this position? My coach, Tiger Wynn, was saying to me, like, at the end of the year, that might be your slow. There might be your slow time, right? We're not talking about Cyber Monday and Black Friday. No, no, no. But like slow as far as other things. So maybe it's good in December to take the whole month off and just chill. And she's talking about how she knows in other businesses, it might be February, it could be April. But when you start to know that cycle, then you know how to operate. But when you switch your war stories, it becomes clear like, oh, okay, you know what? The end of the year is coming. Let me end at November 30th or 31st. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, number one, you have to be there for others genuinely, because watch what they do as they come up out of that darkness. They're gonna think about you and who can they put you onto without you saying a word. Am I right, Tina? Tina, can I get it? Tina, we right, ain't we? Mm-hmm. And then sharing the war stories, not just the great things of business, but the hard things that they can't share with other people. Let's share it together. Let's have a small collective where we can just talk it out. And you don't have to feel judged because we didn't all been through it. So we can take care of our novice entrepreneurs and speakers and consultants and people who work in corporate America and just have real stories where everything isn't glittering, everything isn't the glitterati, everything isn't a Birkin bag. You know how I feel about y'all. Pitch, please. I ain't trying to hear that because I know the truth. 10 years overnight success, right? Number three, And it goes back to what we've been talking about. I encourage you to be an encouragement to others. So as you watch, share war stories, as you are there for other people, how can you find unique ways to encourage someone else who you may not even know is going through things? In November, I sent out 50, I think 50 thank you videos specific to people. And I took this challenge because I really wanted to thank certain people. And I made a video specific to each one of them. Can I tell y'all that the responses I got back was more than you could put a price on? It was more than you could ever put a price on. People not who only not even bothered me or booked me, but who had been there in the trenches. I still got more to go. But personalize your encouragement. We can send Christmas cards and stuff like that, and it's wonderful. But what about little nuggets and gifts throughout the year to let them know that I don't have to wait to the holidays to let you know I'm with you. I'm your ride or die. We going in. You know what I'm saying? We going in. Call one of your business homies and just say, hey, let's meet up here. Let's chop it up. Let's get some coffees, get some hot tea, some peppermint, some chamomile. You get your thug this, let's get it. Invite a couple of friends. Let's have a powwow. And this is for women and men. Do it. Encourage others, but do it in a way that they're not expecting. I promise you, not only does it lead to them expressing gratitude, calling you in tears and things like that, it also leads them to seeing that you really are different in how you treat people. So when people canceled you way back when, or when you made all these mistakes back when, it's almost as if the slate is wiped clean. You're not everybody else, so don't act like everybody else. Please let me know if any of this resonates with any of you. Please. We're talking about the dynamic duo, gratitude in and in sales. If you're expressing gratitude at your lowest and helping to uplift others in unique ways, it pays off. Not only am I living proof, my clients are living proof. People wonder, how do you get media attention? How do you do such things, right? If you're connected to the right network, and your network is not all the same. So be clear about that, right? We often think that we can go on LinkedIn and see everybody's network. You can't, because there are people that I'm not connected to on social media. And there's a reason for that. Some people have to be your VIPs. Some people have to be your ride or dies. And so different networks require different things. So how you treat the VIPs, how you treat your ride or dies, how do you treat those who are just coming in and knowing you? Build that relationship. And for the relationships that are dying, you can let them go. And practice the gratitude of, it's been a real experience. I wish you nothing but the best that life has to offer. And that's it. Which one of those three really resonated with you all? Please let me know in the comments. I can see the comments are popping. And so I would definitely want you all to know that I have a book, my Booked and Busy. It's a speaker's masterclass, and it's coming up on December 18th, 2021, between 12 and 3:30, maybe go to 4. And we're almost sold out. And I'm so excited with the people who've already, so we have 4 spots available. And I'm excited about that. So if you're a speaker who, listen, if the phone ain't ringing, the phone ain't ringing. The emails ain't popping. Nobody's seeking you out for paid engagements. I'm not talking about virtual, unpaid. I'm not. I'm talking about real paid engagements, whether they are virtual, whether they are live. I want to show you the way to set a proper foundation. So even if another pandemic comes, because we're already still in a pandemic, but some of us are book busy and paid speakers. So you can either listen to the news that tells you that that companies aren't hiring, or organizations, foundations, government isn't hiring. It's not true. But you have to have someone who can show you what's possible versus what the news will tell you every day. And so it's going to be 3.5 to 4 hours. We going in. We're going to have some hot seats, but you're actually going to learn because you're going to do it on the spot. This ain't fluff. This ain't no BS. And so I'm going to put the link here. If you want to take advantage of it, please click on that. Tina, you know what to do. Put the link in, or for any of my queens, put the link in, and you'll get more information there. And now let's chop it up with the homies. If you have any questions about the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp, please look at the link, look at the page. And if you have any more questions, you can definitely reach back out to me. And I'm going to see what you all are saying. Please let me know which one of the three, we talk about the dynamic dual gratitude, in and sales. I probably worded it wrong, but y'all know what time it is. Let me see what my homies are saying. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Tina, your gratitude shows in your attitude. So whether I get the job or not, I am thankful for the opportunity to let them know who I am and what I can provide all day, Queen. Rodney, glad to have you. Gratitude shows character. Character is the most authentic show of self. The best form of respect is gratitude. Give it to me, Rodney. Give it to me, Rodney. Love it. Kareem, sis, that is why I decided to leave the USA and outsource my business to Asia. Was tired of racism, high cost, and pretentious lifestyles. Love that. Um, Facebook user, this is exactly what I've been struggling with this week. Is this Christine or is this Rachel? I'm just trying to figure out because I don't see a name next to it. Facebook user, that's powerful. Thank you, Roy. Beautiful metaphor, imperfect, shining wake. Come on, Roy, you already know how we do. You know how we do. Thank you for being back, Roy. Kareem, I was able to realize God's glory and have real joy once I got out of the noise and the rat race. I'm telling you, it's real in these streets, ain't it, Kareem? Facebook user, empathy. Yes. People remember that. Yes. Kareem, preach. Helping others can be an opportunity. During COVID, many clients just needed my free coaching to talk. Now they're my big. Say it again. Say it again, Kareem. Drop it like it's hot on them. And it has to be authentic, y'all. I am not telling y'all to say, like, I love strategy, cunning, and precision. I do. But the best things that have happened to me from real relationships, and relationships aren't formed overnight. Some are, but the real ones that take longer, they get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly with you and still rock with you, flaws and all. You know what time it is. Come on, y'all. You know what time it is. Tina Williams. God allowed our pastor to cross for his purpose, and I thank him for my angel, precious. So thank you, Tina. Facebook user. Yep, Tina Williams. Amen. You are right. Okay. Kareem, OMG. I hate the flexes. We know the truth about this entrepreneur lifestyle. I hate that they lie to the newbies. I swear it's sad, but I know we all went through it, right? And we've all been lulled into like get rich quick schemes or it's easy and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's the hardest thing, but if you don't have a solid foundation and you want to use celebrity to do it, that's cute. I'm still going to be like, what about you though? What's great about you? I just want to know. Langston, I'm not sure what you wrote there, so I'm going to move on because I'm not sure what that is. But thanks, Fabian. I love what you're saying. I try to be a blessing for others when I can, Christine. Yes, you do, Christine. Y'all haven't let me know which of the three. Was it be there for others, share war stories, or encourage them? Which of the three really resonated the most? And now we're going to get into the others. And again, my Booked and Busy Speakers Masterclass is happening on December 18th, which is this Saturday. I can't wait to drop that hot tea because I've grown so much as a speaker in 1 year. Y'all, I've been doing this 26 years. But with the pandemic, you learn these new skills that people just don't quite know. Because it's often, I gotta be a part of a bureau. I gotta be a part of this. Bureaus haven't gotten me booked. I promise you, no bureau has ever gotten me booked, ever. It's nice to have my face on the page, but that doesn't really do anything, right? So I had to devise ways to get booked no matter what, and to understand that there are certain groups that I don't need to be a part of, and you don't always need to hang with speakers. I promise you, some of people are speaking need to be in other industries to showcase how different they are, right? And so I'm an engaging speaker. I'm what do you call that? Like I'm interactive, right? So I am not like when I was in law school with the Socratic method, people on the pins and needles, and oh my God, don't call on me. But I do want you all to learn. So I'm gonna make you laugh. But you don't have to be me as a speaker. There's some people who are great in DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, leadership, authentic vision, and coming back from confidence. Like there's so many ways you can freak it. Just remember, you're not meant to be everywhere you're asked to be. This takes strategy, cunning, and precision. But if people don't know you outside of a certain group, if you haven't made a name for yourself, it's time to go somewhere else. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just trying to tell you, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you. So, um, so we're gonna go with the last few. And again, remember this episode is all about the dynamic duo, gratitude and in sales. Okay. So we're gonna go back here, and again, please let me know what's resonating with you all. In all of this, number 4, demonstrate empathy. Too often it's easy to judge others when we don't know the real story. It's easy to hop on a train and say this person did this, and the other. And sometimes it's hard to forget that if you were on a public stage, could you really withstand hundreds and millions of people telling you that you're wrong, you're stupid, you're ugly, you need to lose weight? It's not easy. It's not easy. And so you develop a thick skin. But for the uninitiated and the new ones, it can tear you apart. There are people flexing because they think they have to. There are people going into debt trying to be something that their business actually isn't. In fact, I went through that myself. People want to be seen and heard, and they do it in the weirdest ways because they think that's the game. Having clients, customers, repeats, people pitching you, that's a real flex. That's a real flex because they're coming back because they're getting that true tea, and they're getting real results. So put the focus on them. Put the focus on your skill set, your talents, and your abilities. I'm not really big on Instagram. I'm not really big on Twitter. My playground is LinkedIn and Facebook, and I know that. There are other places where I could be, but for right now, I'm good where I am. I'm not spreading myself too thin. And I want you to understand that when people haven't done what you've done, why are you listening? If they're not in the trenches fighting that battle with you in their own businesses or in their own corporate journey, why are you listening? It's easy to tell somebody I would do this and that, but when they shine a light on your relationships and your career, it ain't what you said it is, right? So demonstrate the empathy and just realize grace for yourself, grace for them, but keep it moving. Your success is not social security for other people. You did not start a business that people told you wouldn't start and wouldn't have money to take care of everybody else's needs and not your own. Especially the ones who said it would never happen. Especially the ones that said you didn't quite look, sound, and act right. Put the investment in yourself and in growing your business and let other people do themselves. It's been a real experience. I wish you the best that life has to offer. Demonstrate empathy and keep it moving. Number 5. When I was growing up, I heard my grandmother always, first of all, it's really simple. Remember what your higher power, what God has done for you before, and speak to what he will do again, or your higher power in the culture that you're in. Sometimes when we're facing the hardest battles, we isolate, we go in, we think no one could understand. But play the tape out. When I was a severe alcoholic and I was in treatment, I remember they say, play the tape out. If you drink, what happens next? What happens next? What happens? Play it all the way out because you know how it's going to end. If he did it before, he'll do it again. And don't be afraid to share it with others. Now, I know people don't go into businesses expecting to hear sermons, and I'm not trying to give a sermon. But what I will say is, if people have never experienced a higher power, show them what he can do. Show them what your higher power can do and what he's done for you. And wrap them up in the love and the compassion that he gave others. I ain't perfect by no means. Still toe up from the flow up. But he gives his hardest battles to the strongest soldiers. And it just so happens I'm strong. but I had to go through the fire to be where I am. And so there will be judgment calls on you. There will be people who throw your past up in your face. But where are you? If they talk about you, it's kind of a good thing. Really, it is. They're talking about you. You don't even know their names. Remember when Drake talked about Twitter fingers turning into trigger fingers? Wait, Twitter fingers turning into trigger fingers. You getting body by singing what? Remember that. That's in his song Back to Back, Jordan 96, 97. On the cover, Lethal Weapon. What am I telling y'all? Back to back for the homies that didn't get the message. I could sit here and spend time arguing, or I can just go ahead and do what I have to do. Because he said what time it is. And the last time I checked, the fat lady hasn't sang on any of us. Hasn't. Maybe you've given too much time to endeavors that you shouldn't be involved in anymore. Maybe you've given too much time talking to the people who don't like you instead of focusing on the people who like you, love you, buy from you, purchase you. Refocus your energy. And remember, when God was going through whatever he was going through, whatever Jesus was going through, eyes on the prize. You are not meant to argue with people who are insignificant with you. What's a gnat to a giant? If God did it before, he'll do it again. So it's dark and hell is hot, but you're still on this earth, which means you got something to do. So talk about what your higher power has done in the past and thank him for what's about to go down. And so those are my top 5. And I'm going to end this with what am I grateful for? And I would love for you all to tell me what you're grateful for. In the meantime, before I go back to the comments, remember, here are the top 5 things. This is why it's called the dynamic duo. Number 1, be there for others. Number 2, share those war stories. Don't make people feel like they're all by themselves, like you've never experienced problems in your business, your career, your consulting, your speaking, all of that. You have. Don't leave people alone and make them think it was all easy. It wasn't. Be an encourager in unique ways. Demonstrate real empathy and take the time to remind yourself of what your higher power did, what my higher power did, and thanking him in advance. When you do all of that in your darkest hour, playing some gospel songs, like the songs I play are Jonathan McReynolds, I'm Coming Out, Mary Mary, I'm walking, smoke. Marvin Sapp, I think this is him. Never would have made it. Trust me on that. And then no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Those are the 4 that we get litty up here with them, like, oh, shoot, I'm about to. And then when I need to go into battle, because you got those 4, and then I got to go to hip hop, and I got to be like, Nicki Minaj, Moment for Life. I'm like, oh yeah, in this very moment, I'm king. In this very moment, I slay Goliath with a sling. Goliath could be society. Goliath could be your family. Goliath could be all the haters. Goliath could be you. You got to slay the fear, the worry, and the doubt and keep it moving. I'm not an imposter, and neither are you. But I'd be lying to you if I told you fear, worry, and doubt doesn't ever cross my mind. And I have to remind myself, especially, I remember times I went to pitching like competitions. I had no money in my pocket, y'all. No money. Not even to pay for the hotel. Still grateful all the way, praying for miracles. And they happen, expecting God to do what he does best. Not on no genie rubbing them. I don't know. I'm just expecting. He got me here. I don't know how I got here, but we're going to do this. We're going to show up and we're going to show out. Did you hear that out? So again, y'all, I'm going to talk about what I'm grateful for. I would love to hear what you all are grateful for. Again, this is the show. I'm Princess Waves, your proud host of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show. We've gone over the dynamic duo, and it's all about gratitude and in sales. It truly, when you are grateful, authentically grateful, no matter when it's dark and hell is hot to when things are awesome, I expect God to do some big things. I expect him to show up and show out all day. And when I get real scared, I pray and then I bring my homies into my support network into the prayer. It's not about, is it going to be turn out the way I think it will. It'll always turn out better. And I may have to struggle. I may have to fight my way. I might have to eat some ramen noodles if I can afford. I might have to do some things. But I'm here today because I kept going no matter what. And Drake and Future had a song, Where You At. There was a song they had, Where You At. And he said, the reason I'm here today, because I never gave up. Regardless of what you think about their lifestyles, he never gave up and he kept it moving. And so if you only think perfect people are the people you need to listen to, these people don't exist. All of us have flaws, but there's something in all of us that we can learn from. And I hope you're enjoying this episode. Please tell me what you're grateful for. And I'm going to go to the comments. Thanks. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure wait, hold on. Okay. LinkedIn. That's right. There's nothing like those ride or die people who will rock with you no matter what. You better say that, Christine. Brooklyn. Tina. Only 4 spots left. Yes, this is the Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp. Yeah, I really want to know from the best. Let's go get it. Okay, Nicole Murphy. I'm the Facebook user. It was the sharing war stories. Too often business owners are sharing all their wins, which is a blessing, but no one wants to share the hard time or the losses. Entrepreneurship is hard. Can I say that, Nicole? Oh, dang. Yes, Nicole. Yes. Tariq, thanks for contacting me for this session. I'm glad you're here. Kareem, sorry to say, but racism in the USA keeps us spending money to look like we are free and successful while they wear flip-flops and khakis to meetings. We go broke buying bling to impress them. Yeah, we can't be about that life. Listen, maybe it's because I'm 42, but I'd rather spend my money on experiences. I don't need the Birkin bag because I'm a Birkin. I'm investing myself. Shoot, I'm worth investing in. I'm worth putting the coin on. My clients are worth putting coin on. My team is worth putting coin on. Yes. LinkedIn user, the pearls of wisdom are awesome. Thank you. LinkedIn user, say it louder for the people in the back, because you better believe it. Roy, hey Roy, perfect pitch and the perfect pitch and the perfect pitch. You better do. You better know. You better know. LinkedIn user, I am grateful for my belief in a higher power to always be by my side. You better believe it, y'all. So I'd love to know what you all are grateful for. And I'm gonna, let you go because y'all know, listen, I like to go ham and cheese on y'all. Y'all know what time. Y'all know I like to go ham and cheese. So for those who are new, here's my website. If you'd love to check out more about me, some of the things that I have done. I mean, this year has been incredible in terms of who gets to shoot a MasterCard priceless ad campaign. I did. Who gets to be in the Wall Street Journal last month? I did. Who became a professor at Babson College? I did. Whose clients were just slaying it on Shark Tank? Mine. Who wrote their 3rd #1 bestseller, reviewed by Forbes magazine and Billboard in Times Square? Heck yeah. And I got into being a corporate trainer for Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Intuit, QuickBooks, Yelp. Like, who does that in a pandemic? I thank God. I'm grateful for that. Can we also talk about some other things I'm grateful for? I'm grateful that I'm strengthening the bonds with some of my family members and that we're having real, authentic conversations. I'm not afraid to be me, and I'm going to come as real and as raw as I am. I'm not 16 anymore. I don't have the fear of, what are you going to say? Okay. I'm grateful that I can face my past and just see it for what it was, as something that we all go through. I'm just more willing to talk about it. I'm thankful for my support network and for those who consistently and constantly put me on. I sometimes go into my LinkedIn and I'll see emails from people like, oh, I was referred to you by such and such, or, oh, I can't remember who referred you, but I'm watching now. Listen, how can we work together? Did they not talking free? I love the fact, I'm grateful for the fact that God gave me an ability to be assertive now. So the no has to mean no. And also when people have, try to put you in a position where you can take it or leave it, baby, I can leave it. It ain't nothing to me. More is coming. I'm not beholden like I once was. When I was an attorney, I remember having this fear of not upsetting people. I don't worry about that anymore. My life is not, I'm not trying to get everybody to like me. I'd rather you respect me and respect the gangster of what made me who I am today. And that being liked is not the greatest thing for me. Being respected, being a sought after go to expert, being able to put it down for a federal government, state government, for foundations, companies, corporations, nonprofits, babe, we don't play in these streets. And I started off 3 years ago speaking at Bottomless Closet. And by the way, I'm speaking at their graduation this I think it's Thursday. This Thursday at 6 p.m. I'm speaking at their graduation. And they have the largest graduation class in history. I think it's like 90 people graduate, 94 people graduate. They've never had it that high. And I'm speaking at their graduation. I was a former Bottomless Closet client, you know? And so to go back full circle in 3 years, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that people keep putting me on, put me in opportunities I can't even speak about at all. And I'm grateful that I have people who love me enough to beat me up and say, "Hey, you're not doing that. Get yourself together." Sharon Monet, anybody? Mm-hmm. Tiger One, mm-hmm. Lee, mm-hmm. My contacts at all these companies, mm-hmm. Snatching me up, snatching the dames in Rich Her. I Fund Women, Karen Khan, um, like Digital Undivided. Like, thank you all for the opportunities. Andrew Frazier, thank you to Lisa DeToffel. Thank you to Chrissy Dodds, who sent me beautiful candles today. So, girl, you know, I'm gonna put you on blast. I'm gonna put you on blast because I love that. Harris-Stowe State University, George Washington University. I'm just thankful, y'all. So please, y'all, in the comments, tell me what you're grateful for, and we'll end shortly. I'm gonna step off camera for just a second because I want to show y'all something. But please, in the comments, tell me what you're grateful for. Please. I'll be right back, y'all. Just need to go get something. Okay. Nope, nope. Never would have made it. Never would have made it, dear. Hear me, though, y'all. Hear me. Hey, everybody. Please tell me what you are grateful for. And also, for those of you who didn't know, I have an I Fund Women crowdfunding campaign. It's called Where the Money Reside. Where the Money Reside in Sales. And so what I would love to do is to show women globally how to create the killer sales pitch that's going to just ignite and explode their sales and get them the kind of clients and customers they once thought was impossible. So putting together digital products, online trainings, working with different global companies and being able to really expand my business so that, you know, we're not just known for just certain people, but that we've created the type of brand and business that is changing lives globally. So if you could check out my crowdfunding campaign, it's here. And that's the link. I know my girl Tina put it in there. And if you all need these links later because, you know, we just talking and chopping it up, that's fine. I'd love to know. So please check out my I Fund Women campaign. You can contribute as little as $25, or you can contribute as much as $8,000, $10,000. You know, we have great rewards. I'd love for you all to support me. Thanks. So let me talk about, let me see what my peeps is talking about. All right, hold on, y'all. Okay. Tina, I'm truly grateful for the knowledge that you share. It's priceless. Thank you, my queen. Tina, you know, she put my website on there. Y'all know how she do. Kareem, nice to wake up to you, precious. Thanks, sis. Thank you. It's glad you woke up to me. Kareem, I'm grateful for this. I'm 49, says, haha, I love getting older and grateful for the way. You better believe it. Man, 42, slaughtering the game. Roy, appreciate your auspicious authenticity. You know what? Roy be dropping them big words that I love because you know I know what he's talking about. Tina, she put the link for the crowdfunding campaign. And finally, y'all, so I got this, and I want to make sure that y'all can see this. I love candles. There's a stress relief candle burning right now. But I got this in the mail from my friend Chrissy Dodds. She's a ghostwriter. She's a communication extraordinaire. And I got this email, and it was funny because the email said something was delivered, but I was like, is it a card? And she said that I light up her life. And she sent me 12 beautiful candles. Y'all see that? There's 6 more underneath. Y'all, when I tell you before the box opened, I smelled it. And figs and furs, right? So this is the good stuff. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know I like candles up in these streets. And just what's this? Vanilla ice cream. Y'all want the smoke? Y'all knew that's my favorite ice cream cone. Oh, let me stop, y'all. But I just want to share with you all that I'm so thankful to God that I have friends that love me enough to know what I actually like. I got this from Harris Stowe State University. You got it, girl. It's a candle. Ooh, just they want the smoke. So I want y'all to see that these aren't the things that I get just for the holidays. I get gifts year round because I'm making a difference and showing people that I'm grateful for them, not just in the holidays, but all year round. And you see, people know what I like. Candles. They know that I like certain things. And when you know people who know you, you see what happens. So again, y'all, I thank you all so much. Let me see our last comments. See, I'm grateful that I know my faults and can embrace them. I heard a pastor say years ago, everybody walks with a limp. What's yours? You better believe it. Kareem, let's talk soon. I have a resort with partners in the Philippines. Let's get you back here. Oh, and that's so pretty. Thank you all. So again, I want you all to take this time and really think about what are you grateful for and how can you show gratitude to others around you. I promise you it will lead to opportunities you never thought of. So share those war stories. Hear people out. Practice empathy. And if you need to walk away, do it in love and keep it moving. Practice gratitude with yourself. Thank the higher power for what he did in the past, what he's doing in the present, and what you know he's going to do in the future. God is not a genie. I don't ever want to make it sound like that. But he did so much in such a short period of time that my brain is almost kind of like fried. Like, you did all of that, and I'm just happy to show up. It's because I put action, and I really took an interest in people. And also understanding that where I started is not where I'm going to end. So if you need to move up and move around and be in different places, go do that without apology, gratefully, honestly, authentically. I love you all, everyone. I do not believe there's any more comments. But if you know someone who needs to watch this particular message, please put their names in the comments and tell them why they should come here. As you all know, my first TED Talk went live on TED.com this week. And if you want any of the links, please put that in the comments, what particular links you want, or if you want all 4 or 3 or 4 links that I gave today. I'll make sure that you have it by tomorrow. Again, I am honored that I've been blessed with opportunities, but I've also been blessed to know that you can't win them all. So be grateful for what you have regardless. I love you all. If there are no more comments, let me just check one more time. Y'all do y'all thug thizzle, okay? I love you all. Well, I'll see y'all again for another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show next Sunday. Y'all know how we do. Love you all. Bye.